Welcome back to Real Comic Book Talk, everybody. We're here with my man Chris, one of my favorite writers and artists. Artist extraordinaire, matter of fact.
Oh, hey.
Artist extraordinaire.
Very important.
And he has a book called The First Order.
First World.
First World, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
I was just reading something else called First Order, that's why.
That's okay.
With The First World, has two volumes so far?
So far, 2 volumes.
2 volumes,
Yes.
2 bangers actually. 2 classics. But I'm gonna let him tell you about it because I don't want to do it the wrong justice.
Alright, so basically First World is a book about choices. We have 2 characters born out of the same circumstance, but the decisions they make create the past in their life.
Right.
So I've got one character named Lord Orm who watches his entire family killed in front of him. Someone comes, it's not great.
Sounds
Dragons, magic, all sorts of stuff. Someone comes to me and says, hey, I know of this book called The Book of 3. If you help me find it, we can rewrite the occurrences and the incidents of your past. Make it all better. He says, sure. He doesn't realize he's got to kill everybody in his way to get it. While doing so, he leaves a survivor. That survivor is then faced with the same choice.
right.
He decides not to do it. So there's your antagonist, protagonist, and there's your conflict. So it's about choice that creates destiny.
They always say life is nothing but straight choices you make.
Where you going? Karma's a boomerang, man.
So, what are the characters' names?
So, in this, I have the lead character from the First World. Her name's Arana, and she was kidnapped from her homeland by this force called the Noctum. It's all this force called the Noctum is making all this evil stuff happen. Lord Orm, who I mentioned earlier, is now sort of like a prince in the Noctum army. And what he's doing is affecting all the worlds. The First World is where it all has to finally come to conclusion. So there's Arana, there's Garen, who's sort of like comparing to somebody you might know. He's like the Wolverine of the group.
Yeah, so now I know how to.
And then there's a character named Dutar, he's known as the First Ones. They were the creators of all worlds. They basically created all 13 worlds and then let us figure out how we were going to survive throughout. It's this whole thing about making the right choices. I mean, I write it, but I love it.
I was about to say you wrote it, right? You right? So you gotta love it.
I hope it's all right.
Well, I started reading a little bit of it.
You read a little bit of it. And you hated it.
I never said that. It's good. It's real good, actually.
Thank you.
You know, good fire is good fire. That's what I like to say. All right, so what after your 3rd volume, you have a direction on where you're going to go with it?
So right now, I let the fans tell me. I know where the story's going. I know where ultimately the conclusion is. I'm sort of letting the fans tell me what they want. They've invested in a couple of the characters more than others, so I'm letting the story, again, they're making the choice. I'm letting the story create that path, and I know what's going to happen. I've got some ideas which way I'm going to try to point fans going, but again, they speak to me and they say, look, we want to see this, and we're going there.
Just like us.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, you get.
Yeah, we're going there. It's without them, I don't make these books.
Is there a lot of action in the book?
There's a ton of action in the books because we've got like that army called the Noctum, which is the Latin word for the dark, so like darkness. So this army is essentially all that negative emotions you got inside you, hate, anger, jealousy.
Yep.
That's what the army is formed out of. So if you went around this room and you had all the hate, anger, and jealousy within this room, and you put it into an army, if that army then killed somebody that I loved, what would I feel towards that army? Some kind of negative emotion. So I just help build the army.
Wow.
So that's the conflict. That's where all the battle is. We have to have these warriors. They're called the Noble Five, and they're there to combat this Noctum.
So it's like a self-propelling army, self-regenerating army.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's why this is called the Gathering of 5, because this is when the Noble 5 is newly formed. These 5 characters have to defeat this entire army.
I gotta go get some more. Gotta go get some more. Gotta give me some more.
You gotta go
get some more. Okay. Oh, all right. So do you have an idea? I know you still getting information with the fans. Like, so do you have an idea of when you want the when the next book could be out?
So the Kickstarter comes out actually this coming week, and it's pretty much drawn. I just want to have the Kickstarter money so I can pay the colorist, pay everybody. Everybody's got to get paid. So I'm thinking we're probably shooting for the beginning of con season, so probably mid-February.
Oh, okay.
Mid-February, volume 3.
start saving animals.
Yeah.
Start saving.
It's going to be 4 total issues, so it's going to be, you're looking at about probably 96-page book.
Okay, I like that. So, is there any way they can find your book if they can't make it to a con?
All social media. You can follow me on social media. Right here. Right. And then if you want to buy the books now that I have out, you can go to campanaart.store.
All right. Well, I'll be there. I'll be at the con.
You better.
Yeah, I'll be at the con.
I need you there.
All right. Till next time. Thank you for all your help. I mean, your time.
Anytime.
See y'all next time. Peace.